Budget 2026 just hit and nearly 10 lakh crore rupees of market capitalization was wiped out in a single session. Let's break down the key announcements you need to know. First, the government increased STT on futures to 0.05% and options to 0.15%, making derivatives trading more expensive for traders and investors. The intent was to curb excessive speculation. Second, NRIs quietly emerged as big beneficiaries. Individual limits to invest in Indian equities doubled from earlier 5% to 10% and combined cap from 10% to 24%, bringing in more stable long-term capital into Indian markets. Third, there is relief for individual spending overseas. TCS on foreign tour packages has been cut to 2% and TCS under LRS for education and medical expenses is also down to 2%, easing cash flow pressure for families. Fourth, changes in buyback taxation. Buyback proceeds will now be taxed as capital gains in the hands of shareholders instead of taxed as dividend income, making the system fairer and simpler, especially for minority and smaller shareholders. Now let's look at the long-term key takeaways. Capital expenditure has been raised to 12.2 lakh crore rupees for financial year 27, keeping infrastructure as the center of growth. Beyond roads and railways, the focus has clearly shifted to new age sectors. Biopharma, semiconductors, electronics, rare earths, and data centers were the key beneficiaries. As MSMEs face pressure from higher US tariffs, the government has stepped in with a 10,000 crore rupees fund to support smaller businesses, providing improved access to capital. The fiscal deficit target for financial year 2026-27 is brought down to 4.3%, which means lower borrowing by the government, and over time that creates room for interest rates to move lower. This budget 2026 is all about the long game: fiscal discipline, capex led growth, and manufacturing services synergy. What's your take on the budget? Drop it in the comments.